Hey guys, it's Gomo here again. It's been a while, and I thought I'd better catch up with you guys and show um, some battle reports from a weekend tournament that I just went to. This is actually the video that I was trying to get together before the weekend that went through my list and it never got done. So I thought now that I got some pictures of the army from the weekend, I might as well post it up, run through the list as an intro to the other videos, and then hopefully get the other videos out. I also have we're doing a campaign with Ninth Age, just four of us, and I've got a battle about a month old from that as well, which I haven't even uploaded yet, and I actually haven't recorded it. So I've got all the pictures and all that and some notes, but I don't even know how I'm gonna remember it, but I'll try to get all that up and hopefully get a little bit more content coming up the next week or so. So there's a picture of my army on game something, one maybe. As you can see, I took orcs, and I guess that's the whole thing I'm trying to do this year is paint more orcs. So it's a 2500 ETC, well, obviously ETC uh, setup, and pretty much I think scenarios were secondary scenarios were in play, and the only sort of thing was you didn't roll for table deployment zones. They were sort of set per game. I don't know, maybe that's how ETC is. I'm not sure. So I wanted to bring my Wyvern because he's awesome. I love the model, and I don't get to use him much. He's not on a big weird chariot base anymore. He's on his 50 mil, but that's just an old picture of him. But anyway, there he is. There is the Iron Orc. He's got plate armor and hardened shields. He's got a 2 up and a 4 up ward. Axe of battle for 6 attacks. Potion of swiftness. So his plan is to obviously 8 an inch inspiring bubble and hopefully try and take out either smaller things that get in the way and or combo charge with a bunch of other stuff. That's sort of his role. And hopefully, I was expecting a lot less cannon, so hopefully he survives most games. And then hero choices didn't spend a whole lot of points here. I went with the Goblin Chief naked, pretty much just some crappy armor and a BSB, and hopefully he can hide away in a bunker. I've got a Goblin Chief on a wolf, and he's totally nude. What I'm doing with him is just leaving him mostly in my Savage block, which you'll see, and then a couple because they're getting pushed forward. I can sort of shoot him out as well. I've got the movement banner, so he can shoot up to like 20 inches out and sort of get in the way if he needs to be. But he's not going to be even hunting war machines with his stats. 2 level 2 shamans, one with the +1 spell or plus additional spell. So basically, he can have 3 big warg spells, and then I took the second one. This bit of a gimmicky thing. I didn't really use it too much, but the other level 2 could choose between big warg. Is it big warg now? Big green gods, whatever it's called, and free mind. And wilderness, I should say. So that way, it gives me the option to roll up the 3 green ones first. If I don't get what I want, I've got 2 more chances, or I can get wilderness and use the sig spell from that and stuff like that. So that was the idea of them. Core choices. I got a few Spider Riders semi-painted. I didn't get through everything I needed. I sort of overcommitted what I thought I might get painted, but um, they pretty much base coated, washed, and now I need to do some highlighting on them, but they look good enough for what they were. I'd like to get another 5 of them, so that way it gives me the flexibility of double 2 units of Wolf Riders or 2 units of Spiders. I've got a bunker of Cave Goblins with a banner and a 5 Orc Ball Riders with a banner, and they're just purely for scoring units. And then my core choice was 40 Feral Orcs, not Ed Bashes, just Feral Orcs, with paired weapons, full command, banner of swiftness. And yeah, I was a bit hesitant about not taking the Ed Bashes, but I just didn't have the points. So I thought, well, I'll dish out. If I get what's the bloody beast spell, wilderness signature spell off, it pretty much makes some Ed Bashes anyway. So, that was sort of the idea. But finally got 40 of my 50 squigs painted, so that's cool. And I took them in 2 units at 20, and the idea being there that I wanted to use them as flanking Munipsychology flanking units that I can just keep out on the flanks. Or depending on the setup, I could also just put them together next to each other and you've got 40 squigs going at you. So, yeah, that's the whole idea there. And then I got 6 Nashadashes painted, but not fully finished. I thought I had pictures of them. Oh well, sorry. I didn't sort of get the shading done on them, but they looked fine. And I got a little unit, couple of units of grotlings, and I just brought 6 trolls along. Obviously, they've already been painted from 2 years ago. I tried to get through my gargantula, I really did, but I just couldn't get it all done. So it's pretty much done, but the howd is just not even near it. There's 3 goblins on it, so I've got to keep going on that. And then I took the Great Green Idol, and he's just no upgrades. Um, Again, I've got him base coated and washed and all that, but I didn't get the conversions done on him that I want to do. So I'll keep working on that over the next few months. That's basically, I'm looking at putting maybe a bit of a, what's it called, like a platform or something around the back of him, and then hang a lot of the orc, savage orc sort of extra bits off it, plus maybe have a few savage orcs standing on the platform so he looks like he's carrying around some orcs, just to bring in a little bit of the orkiness with it. Yeah, and so that's sort of the list. Um, I guess let me know what you think of it. Without going too much into detail, I was quite happy with how it sort of played, and it was a lot different to what I thought initially. Interestingly, it was like the Savage Orcs ended up being, sorry, the Feral Orcs ended up being a little bit of chaff, sort of. I wouldn't even call them chaff. It's just sort of distractors, where everyone seemed to throw a lot of effort into them. Whereas about game 3, I think I realised I'm just going to keep all my characters out of that unit and then let it die, unless it can ends up surviving. But it's 300 points you give away, but the rest of the army then can come around and do its job while it's the ferals are holding stuff up, and that proved pretty good. And even the idol, I think he died 2 or 3 out of the 5 games, but geez, he took out. It took a lot to get rid of him with toughness 8, even though he's only got that 5 up save. There's just a picture there. That model there was one of the Vermin Lords, and he ended up killing it, so it was pretty cool. I'd definitely use the idol again, even though originally my thought was that's probably not worth it given the points and the lack of saves. But yeah, I think comboing him and trolls and the spider, yeah, you can get a lot of damage out of it. So anyway, that's the list I took. As I said, this is just a bit of precursor to hopefully some of the other videos I get out around the battle reports. There won't be 5 bat reps. There's only probably going to be 3, but the first one will be sort of a combination because day 1 I was not too sure I was even going to battle rep anything, and it's a bit of a drinking tournament, relaxing thing, so I just sort of wanted to do that. Anyway, I will get them out as soon as I can, and let me know what you think of this list. I've got my own thoughts now, but yeah, it's interesting just to see what others think. Okay, guys, cheers. See you next time.